Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Charles and this is episode 24 of our series here on the Pichonniere Valley. As you can see, I am getting my harvester again because we have a couple of harvests that we're going to be doing today. Let's see, we did our winter barley in the last episode and we were sadly very disappointed to find that we could not put that winter barley into our mill, but that's okay because we are now going to put our canola in there, and I'm pretty sure that will go in there. It won't make flour, but it will make oil. So I am going to, oh no, wrong one. I'm going to put this on a worker and just let them go because I harvested in the last episode. So, and I will inevitably come back and get them off of a tree later on. I am going to take this tractor and I'm going to get our baler because we left a lot of straw on the field, and I can't do any when we harvested our spring barley, and I can't do anything with that field until I get the straw off of it. Okay, now I can kind of see getting back in here. There we go. Okay, and I could kind of see getting out too, so now we are going to head down to that field. There's something else I'll need to take care of down there too. I may wait and do it myself. If you remember, during the last episode, I set a worker mowing our new grass field in the last episode, and what I discovered was that they were stuck on a tree and hadn't even gotten around for they had gotten around for, I don't know, maybe half of the mow of the headland. And they were good and stuck on a tree. Worse than that, something I failed to notice when I set it loose on the worker to begin with. Let's see. I will unfold that. Because of the kind of baler it is, it will automatically drop. So we'll just kind of go up through here a little bit. If I can line that up, I'm going to have lots of little bits because I wasn't real careful when I was doing the harvesting about laying the straw down in straight areas. So there's going to be a lot to go back and pick up. But yeah, the mowing, I was very neglectful to notice when I started that out that my tractor was running dangerously short of fuel. Still, I'm pretty sure that it could have made it. Through if the worker had not gotten caught on that tree and sat down there and just, spinning tires, because they were still doing that when I got down there, and then right after I got in the tractor, it died and wouldn't start, and I was like, what the heck? And then noticed, oh, it's out of fuel. So I have now fueled that back up, and I had to delete the and hide the tree that it was connected to because it was good and stuck. So had to do that in order to free it. So that tractor is still currently sitting down there and waiting. So we're going to have to finish cutting, and while we've got our baler over here, we'll go ahead and bale that too. I've got my Massey Ferguson hooked up to my my big TARDIS trailer. Or it's not the TARDIS, is it? No, I didn't get the TARDIS trailer in this one. Did I? No, I think I got the Titan trailer. Whatever it is, the big one. The one with the big capacity. That's the one I hooked it to. I've already got that staged in the yard. But you might have seen as we went by, our other harvest that we have to do today is our poplar. Now I only have the one harvester, so I do have to finish I do have to get the canola harvest finished before we can do our poplar. And we need to go over to the shop and pick up our poplar harvest header, and then we will get to harvesting that. Now this is going to be tedious, and it is going to take a good long while. So and here a big field. So you guessed it, I'm going to do a time lapse, but I'm probably going to, well, you know what, we've done a lot of baling. In fact, I'm not going to do a time lapse. I have done a little bit with you here already, and I've talked and yammered on. And so I think I am going to just go ahead and finish this, and then join you back up after, and then we'll see where the harvest on the canola is when I get done with this. And if I can look over there and see that it's done, or get a notification that it's done, then I'll go ahead and get that harvester set up and everything, and I'll bring you back for that before I finish this. So, but anyway, I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, well, it's taken us almost until noon, but I got the baling done. I got a message here just a little while ago that my worker had finished over here, so I need to go over and kind of check the field, make sure that there aren't any bits that they missed, because they have done that before. Looks like a pretty clean job though. Yep. Okay, well that is canola. Well, where am I going? Let's go ahead and get our... Oh, ran into my cultivator. Don't want to do that. It's being good and staying where I put it for once. Looked like about a little over 36,000 liters of canola. That's, you know, it's funny because that's about the same amount of winter barley that we got off that other field. So let's see. Okay, I was just going through the how it's going to tip out of this. It was set on that grain door, so I set it to tip back instead. Now this is not winter canola or anything like that. Now I've got a strange thing sitting in the middle of my field there. That looks for all the world like a cotton bale. And I'm not sure why. I've planted cotton in there. But it definitely should not. I can do this while the blades aren't spinning around. Yeah. And this, I believe, will take about 27,000 liters of this to begin with. Okay. Get this out of the way of the spinning death machine there. And factories, yeah, that's where I need to be. Grain mill, canola oil, activate. Okay. Okay, so we are now making canola oil. Usually some pretty good price you can get for that. Now, obviously we only have 9,600 liters left in here. We'll put that in our silo. More than likely tomorrow we'd be able to dump the, in the next episode we'd be able to dump the rest of this into the mill. So we aren't going to be making anything in the mill for too long. It just depends on how fast it gets through this main 27,000 liters. We do have wheat growing, but you know, this was one of our good-sized fields here, both of them, and we got about 36,000 liters off of it. So it tells me. Oh, I guess I hit the edge of the greenhouse there. Something was holding me up. It tells me that we're going to have to grow multiple fields of something we can make flour and things like that out of. Now, can't have the harvester sitting down here idle because we have another job for it. I'll offload this header, and then we need to run up to the shop, grab our poplar header, and harvest some poplar, which should be, considering the size of thing we're using to harvest, should go fairly quick. Which is good because the oh, that wasn't what I meant to do, but that's okay. But it should go fairly quick, and that's, like I say, that's okay because we have other things to get done today, and a lot of the day has already gotten away from us. Now I am going to, while I have this on the move here, we're gonna go by our gas station up here and put a little fuel in this harvester. It's getting down. A little paranoid about that now that I had a tractor run out of gas. It was a bit of a pain to put gas back in it. So, yeah, the whopping 17 miles per hour. Okay, fuel for that, and looks like I've maintained it pretty well. So, something I do want to do though, at some point, I don't necessarily need to do it right now. This harvester, if I remember correctly, when we bought it, you know, we were still in the mode of trying to kind of conserve money a little bit and get the harvester for as little as we could. And I didn't go, I don't believe, for the highest horsepower that it needed. And when we were harvesting the corn, I noticed that it was harvesting, you know, for having a fast header, it was harvesting fairly quiet, or fairly slowly. And so now this poplar, fortunately we don't have a very big field of poplar, so it shouldn't take all that long. Even because the poplar header is not a fast header, but even at regular speed, and who knows what its actual speed might be, maybe it's slowed down a little bit too for harvesting. I don't know. We will have to see, but we're almost there, so I'll just go ahead and leave this in. We'll get that, and then I'll take out the run back, and then we will harvest some poplar. I have not checked the price of wood chip, which is what this poplar will be turned into. And is it wood chip that really doesn't vary all that much? I know there's something. Maybe it is wood chip. It doesn't vary much, so it doesn't really matter kind of what time of year you sell that. So maybe we will end up just selling that right off the field. Okay. You see, if you remembered, and you can see now, of course, that I put this header in. I made it white so that I could tell the difference between this header and the corn and sunflower header, since they look identical. If they were the same color, they would anyway. Okay, so I'm going to get this back over to the poplar field, and we will see how many liters of wood chip we can get. Okay, here we are going back across the bridge, and we are about to reach the edge of our poplar field here. So I need to unfold my harvester, since I took the trouble of folding it up accidentally. Okay, now I assume we just turn it on, we lower it, I was trying to get myself into a better position to see what I was doing. Okay, oh, look at that. Well, the wood chips are harvesting fast, or the poplar is harvesting fast, I guess. And it is actually filling this harvester fairly quickly. Just on this field that's under 2 acres. Now remember that we, you know, this harvester has a really high capacity, and we harvested, not insanely high, I didn't go that far, but we harvested all of our canola and all of our winter barley into this harvester without emptying it once. And I may not get through this field without having to empty it once. Yep, here's where a little bit more power might do me a little bit of good. Oh, now I've got to come back because I missed some of it. Oh, it's missing whole bits of it now. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, I might have to empty this thing several times. Well, that's good that, you know, it's going to give us so much. We have waited for a long, long time for this to finally ripen. Okay, that's our first load. Let's see, I need to get out and go find where I've left my trailer right there. Now, fortunately, we do have a bigger capacity on our trailer, so it should all fit. It's just a matter of what to do with it after it's in the trailer. Because until I sell it, I won't have any way to get it out of the trailer. While that's emptying, let me go, no, this one, and I want all the way at the bottom here, wood chips. Oh yeah, well there is a big difference. Not until January? Wow, okay. Yeah, it's less than half of what it. Wow. Okay. Well, so much for that anyway. Get back over into my harvester if I can keep from stabbing myself on the header there. Okay, now this is a very, very fast way to do this. So I'm glad that I've bought this header and done it this way. You know, of course, one of the other options would have been to get the bio baler. I know Daggerwin has used that. Well, I mean, I know Daggerwin and Chainsaw have used that in previous series, but I think Daggerwin uses that now. And one of the reasons that they can even do poplar is because they can lease it, and there is that rule that you can't lease anything over $100,000. Which, you know, hasn't really hampered us because we've made so much money that we've just bought things, which is what I usually do in my series. I tend to forget that I can lease stuff, and I accumulate money a lot of times and just go ahead and accumulate the money to buy things. I know that, you know, people have advised, especially on a series like what Daggerman and Chainsaw are running, they've, you know, advised them to like take things like harvesters and headers and things like that they only use once or twice a year. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, I mean, I only, you know, I would only use mine once or twice a year, but, you know, I harvested last month, I'm harvesting this month. There are going to be other months coming up, and so it's not all set. I've got so many fields now and everything, it's not set exactly when you know, when the harvest will be. Okay, well, I am near to another empty on this now. Let's see. I will. Yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know when the next harvest is going to be. Well, yeah, I kind of do. I shouldn't say that. Let's see. Yeah, because obviously the next thing that are going to be done are the green beans, because they only had a couple of months, 2 or 3 months to go in the last episode. So, you know, in you know, 1 or 2 months at this point, probably, we are going to be harvesting green beans. And so, in that time, I will need a trailer to harvest into. Now, I could use our smaller trailer and just make trips, but I mean, that's not such a big deal, because our harvester here has, you know, such a good capacity on it and everything. But this green bean field here across the bridge to our right, that's a pretty big one, so I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to get it all in, and plus we have 2 fields of green beans, so I don't know. I may be able to fit most of it in the harvester and do the rest of it with the small trailer. We'll have to see. Okay. Well, look at that. That is a field that is done and harvested. Okay. Wood chips in there. I mean, if worst came to worse, you know, I could buy another trailer. I don't really know what I would do with 2 big trailers and 1 small one. Rarely do I need them like that, unless we expand the farm a lot more. And if we were to expand the farm a lot more, and I get, well, I don't need to put it all the way in there. I'll just set it right there. Just back you into shelter here. Okay, we'll get this off the field. Okay, now there are, well, I guess I'll just stick it back over here. Let's see, will it let me put the cover over and leave it? Yes, it will. You know, that mystery bale over in our cotton field is one of these alfalfa bales that I'm turning to silage. I had a couple, and who knows where the other ones might have ended up. Now this was like one of the first ones I did over here, and it's 97% done. But before we pick up the alfalfa bales, as I said, I stationed this over here, not taking into account that I would have to clear the straw from that field across the way there. Now I got a big trailer, you yield me. Now something you all might notice too, or you may not have, but you know, driving down through here, we used to have a lot of tree limbs overhanging the road. You know, obviously, and we had a lot going down through here too, that were hanging way out onto the road, made visibility going down through there a little bit tough. So I did edit out a row going each direction along those trees that are now just decorative. So so that neated that up just a little bit. Speaking of neating things up, I am going to have to, at some point in the future, get down here with my tree harvester and try and take out as many of these trees down here as I can. Oh my gosh, time is getting away from us here. Everything is taking so long. It's not really taking so long, I guess, but you know, at time 5, things do get away like that. So yeah, there's our baler. It's got a little bit of straw left in it. Of course, I didn't reset my bale counter again, so I have no idea how many bales this is going to translate to. Yeah, but we do have to get the bales off of this field so that we can come back and lime and things like that. I'll get the one down here. Okay, and it's what, like 1 bale up here, 2 bales, something like that? Oh, and I might have room for 1, so that's good. I have 247,500 liters of straw. So yeah, it would have been nice if we still had that straw production, and if it had actually, you know, worked. If it let me, you know, it let me put some straw and water in it. It just wouldn't let me get into the menu to actually activate anything. Oh, this thing is heavy and it is pushing this tractor. difficult to see getting through there. I did get a message that our I forgot about that. I got a message that our goats spawn point was full again. You know, I had a thought that this trailer might, might have such a bad turning radius and everything because I went so crazy and put double, quadruple axles on this. So there are a lot of tires. But yeah, this mystery bale up here, I do believe that it, even though it looks like it, it is not a cotton bale. When I get up to it, I'm betting that it will be a poplar bale, not poplar. Pfft. We just did poplar. We just harvested that. I'm betting that it will be. Oh, come on, car. It will be an alfalfa, soon-to-be silage bale. Because when I was going around, every now and then, I would put one down, and then I would start the next one, and it would kick the Okay, so 20,647 and 2,293. Alrighty then. Okay. Now, this is a bit of overkill. Let me see. Select goods and the amount you want to get. No, okay. I want to get. I want to get 10. Oh, okay. It just puts them right back here. Okay. Now, if I can gather those up. Now, like I say, I think our bakery down here will only take something like, what was it? It was 5,000 liters? A pretty sorry amount, truthfully. Yeah, so it'll only take 5,000 liters at a time, but I can put another 5,000 liters in the trigger. And just let it do its thing. Now, let's see, which one's this one over here? Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have used this trailer. It has a tendency to offset to unload things a very long distance away. And it is going to the left. Let's go. Oh, no, I did mean for it to go to the left. Left, and did it take all that? Now we need to get into our, well, we'll see, because we need to get in there and activate that bakery. Okay. Now it's saying it'll take 110,000 liters of that. And I'm going to go ahead and activate that. Well, we'll let it go with that. Nope, 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 nope. Charles, you need to go this way because you need to find that errant bale. But yeah, you know, I set a bale down and then started wrapping another one, and you know, there was a you know, visually it kicked it back, you know, like very quickly, like you know, like a shot. And it just, you know, but I thought it just kind of kicked it back in the field somewhere. Apparently it threw it all the way over here. So I guess now, so we've moved a little bit of flour. We'll move some more. I'll probably use the other trailer to do that, so I can be a little bit sure, more sure of where the stuff is going to go when I offload it. Boy. Yeah, I'll just go down through here. Great range on this thing. I think I talk about that about every time that I pick stuff up with it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to take me long to get a full trailer on this. Okay, so some of it has fermented to silage and some has not, so okay, unhook that. We're going to go and get our small trailer, and we'll move our goat milk so they can make more down there. Let's see, we're in July, so I can't remember when the goat milk is at its best. The last time I checked, it was pretty much at its worst. Oop, just about turned into a truck. That's what he gets for having a truck that's a color that'll blend in with the road. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this field right here is probably ready to be cut again. I'm not going to do it in this episode because I have been recording for a long time now. I know a lot of that was, you know, baling up the straw. Okay, and before I forget about it, I'll come in the next episode and get lime spread over this field. I do also want to check and make sure that I have, yeah, see, I mean, this thing didn't get anything done, and right over here there used to be a tree right behind here that had locked this thing into position, and it just would not move. So this field is not that big. So I figure we can probably mow this in a very, very short time. And I don't have to be exact, this is the only time I'm going to be mowing this field. We're just mowing it really just to get you know, another bale or so maybe for toward food for our goats. Oh, careful, Charles. I'm gonna run into the creek there. Yeah, the first bale in the baler on this field, I don't know if it will. I don't know if it'll end up being grass or whether it will still be straw, because I did not have enough straw in the other field of little bits that I had missed in order to make out the rest of the bale. I just don't know if there's enough in the baler as it is to keep it as a straw bale, or if it will convert it. If it doesn't convert it, then we'll just have one more bale of straw to sell. Okay, there is the job that I paid exorbitant amounts of money to the worker to do yesterday. And now that I don't have anything in this field over here, I can just cut right through there. It's shorter than driving all the way around. Okay. Still showing a straw. Yeah, I guess it made a straw bale. Now it's making a grass. So. Oh, well, we may get more bales off of this than I was kind of giving it credit for. Oh. Well, shoot, if that tree that I got stuck on hadn't been there, and if I could have seen through all the vegetation and everything, even if I do take a trip around on the road, there's a quicker way into the field than going all the way up to the regular entrance. So. out at that angle, I'll go ahead and get this outer ring here. Very slowly around the corner, blindly. Always blindly. I get myself into what I think is a good position, and yeah, we're going to get several bales off of this. Okay. Kind of thought it was so small we might get one or two, but okay, that's almost all of it from that one side. Should not take us too much longer to get the rest of this. And now I need to, probably ought to go out the other side so I can see better. Seriously? Just about dumped that, just about rolled that bale into the creek there. Okay, looks like there's this and just that other little mound of grass over here. Okay, that's that. Another couple of passes over here and we will be done. Okay. And eject the bales. Now, well, maybe it did convert that one to a grass bale. Thought it was going to leave it as... Okay, so I'll go ahead and take this one first and get it back to the yard. Let's see, is there anything else that I was gonna do today? I've loaded some of the alfalfa up over there, and it's not all fermented yet. Probably would be by the end of this episode, because that would give it another, you know, if we went up to 5 o'clock, because that would give another couple hours for it all to finish. I need to stop leaving tractors everywhere. I forgot that I left my Massey Ferguson there, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it was. So, I think I probably might as well leave this in this field right here. We'll get the Massey Ferguson out of its precarious position here. We'll let that milk fill back up. Oh, said that, but I hadn't turned off the... loading on there yet. So we'll get this into our storage up here, and maybe while we got the trailer, we'll grab another load of flour. Or we might just have it put it all out there. I don't know. Should we? I mean, if it will take it, shouldn't I just go ahead and transfer it over to the bakery? I mean, who knows how much? I have no idea how fast that bakery is going to run, and how fast it'll go through the flour. I'm hoping it's pretty fast, but really, it needs to coincide with when the price of bread is a good price. So, okay, so I'm going to come back to here, get into that menu again. 30. Yeah, let's go ahead and get them all out. Oh. Some didn't come out. Oh, man. I was still sitting in that when I activated the load and it put them right back in. Okay, so that is in there. I'll get this one other that didn't get into that load. Stay out of the trigger there. Yeah, we'll see how fast this thing processes. It hasn't given us a hasn't given us any bread yet, so I don't know. Now, also hasn't given us any canola oil. Oh shoot! I can't just leave this here. I've still got something else to do our daily selling on. We have not taken the vegetables from our greenhouse and sold those yet. So we will do that, and then we'll see how much money we're left with, and then see what we want to do with it. There is a piece of machinery that I need to buy for when the cotton is ready, and that's not going to be for a while, so it's not absolutely necessary that I buy equipment now. But I have, wow, those trees that being there are really messing me up on this. Struck my view, and there we go. Okay. Up to our kiosk here. Okay, another $51,757 with $3,119 for the environmental score reward. Brings us up to $320,330. So, now I have not. There is almost nothing in the sale. Don't need a conveyor belt. So, let's go down to round balers. And it's this, the Agriflex SPB. Now it comes in black. I'm not the biggest fan of it that way. Let's see, does it let you change? It's got a 3-point baler configuration standard. Standard net. What if it's not standard net? Standard net. Silage additives tank. No. Main color. I don't know. What color of this do we want for harvesting cotton? You could do a John Deere green. We've got a Dutes already. There's a Fendt. Well, if we did that, we don't have anything green on the farm. Yeah, they already had the rims as green. Well, let's see if we do two. Okay, I don't notice that changed a whole lot. I kind of like a white rim for some reason. I know a lot of people like the darker ones. I don't know. I kind of like the white ones. So that's raised the price of it a little bit, but we can afford it. So I am going to buy that. And that is the purchase of our brand new cotton harvester. This thing will harvest the cotton. It will make a bale out of it, and then it will automatically dump it out while it is still making another one. So you don't have to stop, basically. You only stop to turn. You don't have to stop and eject a bale or anything like that. Makes it faster. And you also put it into a bale form that is easy to pick up with a front loader or something, or just a regular bale loading on a trailer like what we have, where we're loading straw bales and the silage bales and things like that on it. So you can do that. Now, this thing will also, and I used it in my last series both for cotton and for poplar, because if the storage of the wood chips becomes too much of a problem, then the next time now that I've got this, I could harvest the poplar with that. It would make it in round bales. I could pick them up and just store them somewhere. Maybe even in that is that a bale and pallet storage? Maybe. maybe I could store them in there. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, we now own this. We're going to go back and back. Okay, and that, now we've got our money back down to $84,288. Not too bad. We're not hurting, and we have let's see. We have a field here that needs to get nitrogen. We got lots of fields that need nitrogen. The grass field that we just mowed and everything is going to have the bales picked off of it and given to the goats. And then that field needs to be cultivated and limed and all that kind of stuff, so that we can plant in that. And anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, then please go down below and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed already, then please do that. And if you'd like to be notified when I make new videos, and then just ring the bell. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.